bringing the information up for you. So, could you just confirm your full name for me, please?
It's Mervelee Myers.
Thank you, Ms. Myers. And for security, could you confirm your date of birth, please?
19th of May 1959.
That's great. And the first line of your address and postcode?
16 Alma Grove, SE15PY.
That's lovely. So, is your mobile still ending 8083?
Yeah.
Yeah, and your home number ending 0813?
Yeah.
Yep, and I've got an email as rattynem@btinternet.com. Is that still correct as well?
Yes.
Okay, let's just get some details for you. Bear with me. Okay. Right, so how is it we can help you today?
No, I've just got this letter here and I'm just calling to find out what option you can, or advice you can give me about how I go about solving this problem. Yeah.
Right, okay, so let's just have a look. Right, so it looks as though I think there's been no credits for quite some time into the account. So normally you would have to bring that down to a certain amount. So I'm just going to check details, bear with me. Yes, there's no credits between 180 and 187 days, so I'm just right, okay, so let me just have a look. Right, so yeah, so with regards to this account, because it's there's been no credits at all for quite some time, the account needs to be brought down to at least £249.99. So that we can, just to bring it up to date and down to that balance. So what would be sort of your options? I mean, we can set a plan for you to bring it down to that amount, or as I say, we just need to bring it down, or you can pay money in to cover that payment and bring it down to that amount.
Right. So I'm just going to say something, because when this thing started, I went into branch and I sought advice, because I was thinking of paying up and ending the account. And I think the advice that I was given had left me now in this situation that I am in. I don't want to go back and find myself in the situation that instead of ending the account, paying up and ending the account, I'm here now, so I'm back to square one. I want a resolution that I just sort whatever I owe out. I don't want to be in any problem. And I have some credit in another account, Cash ISA, and find some way for that money to be used to pay up the debt that I owe. And then I pay the rest and just get this all sorted, and whatever it is, because I'm gonna pay some money to bring it down to a certain level, at some stage again it's gonna go back to where it's at, and I'm gonna be in this sort of trouble again. I just want it all sorted out and end. So can NatWest do me the favor of working with me to get this matter solved, and I close the account as soon as I sorted my debt out? Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, we can sort of all we need to do at the moment is to bring it down below £249.99 first of all, and then if you wanting to pay it off, you can just pay money into that account, to pay it off each month. So I'm just going to have a quick look at the account. Bear with me.
Yeah.
details. Bear with me.
That's fine.
Right, so let's just have a look then. Yeah, so at the moment, your balance, just let me check.
318.56 in one account. That's in whatever.
It's £326.96 at the moment.
Okay.
So £326.96. Okay, so we can. Yeah, so let me just have a quick look. Just bringing the information. So I'm just having a look. Right, so to bring it under the amount of that it needs to be £249.99 overdrawn. So if we were to bring that on today, there'd be £76.97 that would need to be paid. That would just bring it under that limit of £249.99. So that can bring it under that. But then, you know, we can set a plan if you wanted to pay. It depends on what you can afford, really, to pay towards it.
Let me get my head around this. So the £76.97 that I need to bring it down to whatever level it needs to bring down to.
Yeah, so it needs to be brought down to £249.99 overdrawn. And then what would happen is you need to just keep continuing to keep making payments to it, because otherwise it will go dormant again. And this is why because there's been no credits into the account for so long, the account goes dormant, so we need to bring it down to a certain level. So if there's a payment of £76.97 today, then what we can do is we can pay that in. It brings it down to that level, and then you will just keep continuing to pay each month to pay it off. So it just depends on what. Obviously, you'll continue to keep getting interest, and there's a direct debit set up as well, isn't there? That goes out each month for NatWest Home Insurance. So that continued to go through as well. So
is my NatWest insurance monthly or is it yearly?
Looks as though it's monthly. It's £30.43 it goes at.
A month?
Yeah. That's what it shows as.
That's not my understanding. I thought I was paying for my home insurance, home contents insurance annually. So I don't understand that either. But what I'm going to say before I forget, I think the advice that NatWest gave me when I went in store to sort the matter out has put me in this position that I'm in. I don't want to be having problems with bringing it down and then paying monthly. I want to get it all off my head and close the account, because this is going to cause me additional stress that I can't afford at this moment. I have chronic anxiety. I've been criminalized. I'm going through certain aspect for the first time in my life. I am feeling suicidal. I have to be seeking support. So I am just saying, I'm not putting all the blame entirely on NatWest. I'm just saying that advice that I was given has helped to put me in this situation that I'm in, because I was once a valued customer with savings in NatWest until I was scammed and everything that leads up to this. I am working with NatWest because they're working with me to find solutions to my problems, so I'm not further into depression and all of that. So I see on the account here, there's a cash ISA with £102.96 in credit. So I'm asking, can that amount that is there be used to help to offset my debt, and then I pay off the rest and close the account and stop the headache. Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, we can pay that, we can transfer that money over to the select account.
Yes.
We can pay that into the account, and then that will bring it under the $249.99. I mean, just going back with regards to, you know, with regards to your account, what advice did they give you in the branch?
Because when I went into the branch, off my head now, I've been having personal problems. So that's why I'm saying I'm not going to put all the blame totally down to NatWest. Because when I went into branch, as I said, at one time I had £7,000 in an account there. Yeah? And then I went into debt that I didn't understand. So I went into the branch with the hope that, okay, I'll sort this out. I'll pay the money, all that's owing, as I'm saying to you now, and close the account. And I was advised to take out another lower account for whatever reason. So I think it wasn't explained to me properly what all of that entails. That's why I'm in this problem that I'm in. As you can hear from my trying to sort this out, that I am a person who, whatever these sort of situations impact on my trauma, and that only makes my life harder. So I'm willing to resolve the issue so that I'm not going to be put on a credit list and makes my life even harder.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. As I say, I just want to figure out what you know, because we can raise a complaint if you're not happy with regards to, because you have gone. I mean, did they set up the overdraft in the branch when you...
Yeah, because as I said, before all this started, I had money in the bank. I was working, I was saving, I was doing everything right until I got into the situation. So I actually went into the branch to seek advice. But I went into the branch at first to sort out the overdraft, close the account, so I'm out of all this situation. And the advice that I was given was to take whatever it is, so it's low, I'm paying less, blah, 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 blah. So I think NatWest also have to take responsibility for the advice that they give me.
Okay. Just bring the details for you.
Yeah? So
what did they... Because, you know, you would have signed for the overdraft to agree to it at that point, or did they add an overdraft at that point?
No. As I'm saying, I'll repeat myself, because sometimes I was at a higher threshold, paying more. So when I fall into arrears and that was causing me additional stress, I went into the branch to clear up the debt or overdraft or whatever.
Yeah.
Close the account, and they advised me, no, take a lower, go down the scale. So they should have worked with me to understand what was my prospect of being able to not fall into arrears again instead of. Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, but if you're not happy, obviously we can raise it as a complaint for you. You know, if you're not happy with the advice that they've given you previously.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you've been paying interest. It looks as though all that's been going out is just the NatWest insurance. You know, so you have been. That's all that's been going through, from what I can see.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm just having a quick look.
Yeah, I just need to work amicably with whatever to get this issue resolved, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, absolutely. I mean, you've mentioned about it's causing you anxiety and, you know, depression and suicidal. Now, it's
nothing to do with that. It's just an additional problem to what I'm having, okay? Yeah. So I don't want NatWest to be responsible for this aspect of whatever. It's just that because of this additional problem, it's just make my whatever is happening to me worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so NatWest is not responsible for that aspect, okay?
No, but does them circumstances make it difficult for you to repay any of the debt on the account?
That's what I'm saying. all that has happened to me the past how many years has resulted in this situation. That's why when I went into NatWest at the beginning, I wanted to clear up all the debt and close the account. And they advised me not to close the account. Which if I had cleared it up and closed it, I wouldn't be in this at this stage again today. So I don't think the advice I was given was beneficial to me. It only added to whatever was happening.
Just writing all this down. Okay, so just because that sensitive information that you've given me in regards to, you know, your situation, the anxiety, depression, because it's not so much this, but you know what's going on. Are you happy for me to make a note of this information?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. It's for internal use only and won't be shared with any third parties or used to marketing purposes. If you consent for us to record it, it'll only be seen by anyone authorised to deal with this account.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, you have my permission.
Yeah, we can withdraw it at any point, consent at any point, just by contacting us.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's just that we've got a more sort of up to date, you know, the situation of what's going on.
Yeah.
Now I'm just having a quick look. Bear with me. Yeah, so you got something for that. Okay. Right. So, because of the situation, do you require any sort of additional support apart from trying to get this sorted, you know, from us at all? Do you need any additional support? You know, we can give you. I mean, you're saying about the anxiety. Have you spoken to healthcare professionals?
Yes, I've actually had counselling and I've done mental health research and stuff like that. So yes, I'm getting support. I know wherever to go whenever I need immediate support, who to call or whatever. So I've got all of that in place.
Okay, because obviously because you've mentioned, you know, suicidal thoughts as well, you know, these Samaritans as well. I don't know.
I know wherever to yes.
Yeah, it's just that we want to make sure that, you know, it's...
Yeah, I know you're doing... Yes.
You know, with regards to that. I mean, just having a quick look at the account. So, it's... I mean, what we can do, if you're not happy with the advice that you have been given previously, it is something that we can do and raise it as a complaint in regards to that. Because if you've gone in previously to clear off the account, we advise you to keep it, although it is... I mean, did you understand really what they meant when they were telling you to keep the account?
Because at the time I was paying higher premiums. As I said, I had savings and everything, and I was paying other higher premiums. So they're telling me not to close the account, and then I was charged less. Yeah.
What do you mean by higher premiums?
So I was paying at a higher rate then. So maybe I would have been paying in terms of if I book holiday. It's such a long time now. I can't be specific whatever it was, but I was paying higher interest rate or whatever, and paying for more. So it was their advice to lower it down. And I wanted to close the account because that's why I went in, because I know it would possibly lead up to this again.
Yeah.
So my intention was clear off the debt, close the account, whatever.
Right, just bring the details up there with me. So, yeah, but it's just continued. So what with regards to your NatWest Home Insurance then, what was the situation with that one? Because that's been going out for quite some time, hasn't it?
Yes, It was I used to have it at Barclays, and then I got a better, how did you say, a better rate with NatWest, so that's why I switched. So if that be the case, I don't even remember when it's due or whatever. I might have to find another provider.
Right.
Because if I'm going to close the account and everything now, I'd have to find another provider. I'm not even sure when it's due or whatever. So that would be my responsibility to find another provider to do that.
I'm just having a quick look. Yeah, because it was still in credit, I think, back in March last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when it started going into using the overdraft.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because the direct debit's been going out each month as well, so it's just the interest is just, built up on that as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to have a look. Bear with me, sorry about this. I'm just...
That's fine.